Hello testers, today we are going to see two games from GM Gormally. So these are the 8th and 9th games. This game is Gormally versus Hasek. Strong player, quite strong. 2005 this game was played. D4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, b6. This is called the Queen's Indian. One of the biggest defenses, Queen's Indian defense, one of the biggest defenses for black in this variation. First of all, yeah, a3, bishop b7, knight c3, d5, c d5, knight d5, e3, g6, knight d5, e d5, b4. Now white gets the pawn out. This line is very well played. All right, many we can say many accomplished players have played this line. If we see, I think 2520, 2549. The knight d7 variation here, yeah, not bishop d6, knight d7 variation here has a rating of 2549 because Shirov versus Vander Wheel and Dmitry Andrikin versus Sergei Korjakin was played on this line. Two great games. So b4 between great people. Bishop d6, bishop g2, c2, 5, 9, 1, Hasek. Pretty strong game. Yeah. So a6, h4, knight d7, h5. White breaks on the king side. Short castle, knight e5. Now white's plan is that the queen will go to g4, bishop d3, and at some time bishop into g6 will come. Queen e7, f4, c5, takes, bishop g3, c4, bishop into g6, not now, h6, f6, bishop into g6, bishop sacrifice on the board. Well, as I said, bishop into g6 tactics are very popular in this type of structures. Very typical tactics because they just open the king's position like everything. So h6, queen g4, attacking the pawn on g6. There's a complicated variation. Yeah, if black plays knight into e5, then f into e5, queen to f7, e into d6, queen f2 check, king to d1, and well, here black should play rook to f6, or else if he takes on b2, then queen g6 will be checkmate. So, well, queen e6 check does not work because something like king g7, queen e7, rook f7, queen e5, rook f6, and well, that's why. So, well, rook f6 is the best move here. White should move his bishop, I think, to c3, and then black can play bishop to c8. The queen goes to g5, then play bishop to f5. Yes, he can play, but then queen to h6, so bishop to c2, I don't think so. Very complicated lines. So After queen h6, the position is very unclear. Yeah. So now queen g4, knight f6, queen h3, bishop e5, d e5, knight h7, bishop d4. Now white gets his bishop into the game, very powerful on d4, limiting any activity on the dark squares. And well, white has to just play bishop c5 and deflect the queen, and it will be game over. Bishop c8 attacking the queen, yeah, from there. So now g4, getting the pawn in the between, rook b8, queen h6, moving from the pin, rook f7, queen into g6 check, white grabs one more pawn, rook g7, rook into h7, white grabs a knight, takes, and now white is 2 pawns up, sorry, 1 pawn up, bishop into g4 for nothing. Yeah, black doesn't have any type of compensation. Rook c7, bishop to f5, king to f2, threatening some kind of rook to g1. Now rook to b1, getting the rook into between, takes, a4. The thing is that white is only 1 pawn up, but these 2 pawns are waiting to roll down the board, the f pawn and the e pawn. These are connected passers, so they are very dangerous. Bishop f5, a5, king f8, bishop c5 check, getting the king to the center, and then rook e7, king d8. Rook f7 attacking the bishop, bishop e4, f5 attacking the rook, rook g2 check, king f1, rook g5, bishop e7 check, and well, black let king e8 takes, e6 check, and black resigned because now after e6 is coming f6, f7, and well, then bishop s6, and it's game over. So well, nice game. Next, Anderson versus Gormally 2007. This game is a little long, 73 moves. Yeah. So, well, seems like some new games were added. E4, C5, Knight F3, D6, D4. I think some new games were added here on the latest database. Takes, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, the Nassdorf variation, the main line. Bishop to g5, this is the main line, e6, f4, bishop e7, queen f3, queen to c7, main line of the Nassdorf, the traditional line. Long castle, knight b7, bishop to d3, b5, rook h1. Now, well, some very renowned players have played this line. This is the main line of the Nassdorf, like Wang Hao versus Dominguez. Great game. Okay. It is reading 2365. Yeah. 23012. Surgery. Who's next? Okay, so nothing that special. Oh, Spassky versus Fischer. Oh yeah. Spassky versus Fischer 1972, the most renowned world championship. Bishop b7. Now queen g3, long castle, bishop into b5, another sacrifice on the board, a into b5, knight d into b5, queen b6, the queen moves, and now the king is open, but I don't know how to make the most of it. Well, Parimarjan Negi has played this line versus Krishnan Sasikiran 2011. Vladimir Odeshchuk, Gormally versus Anderson. E5 attacking the knight on f6, knight h5, queen h4, f6, e6, knight h6, rook into e6 grabbing the free pawn, rook h8, rook e into d6 grabbing another pawn, queen e3 check, king to b1, h6 takes, rook d8, rook e1, queen c5, rook e5, knight d5, queen g4 check, king b8. White is just pressing on the game. Queen to e2, queen g1 check, queen e1 takes, bishop f6. White is here 4 pawns like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 2. White is a pawn up because a point up because black has 2 bishops and white has a knight and 4 pawns. g3, rook d2 takes, bishop f3, knight g1, bishop g4, h3, bishop f5, king c1, bishop d4, g4 attacking the bishop, bishop e4, knight e2, bishop e3 check, king d1, bishop to g2, h4, bishop f3, g5, h into g5, f into g5, bishop f2, king d2, bishop h4. Now, black just grabs the pawn, but that is not just grabs the pawn. King e3, bishop h5, knight f4, bishop g5, king e4, bishop d1 attacking the c2 pawn. The pawn goes to c3. Now bishop to c2 check, king to e5, bishop to b1 attacking the a2 pawn, a4, bishop f6 check, king e6, g5 attacking the f4 knight, the knight goes to d5, bishop d8, knight e3, bishop b6, knight g4. Yeah, Gormally is black actually in this game. Yeah, so that was a dubious sacrifice by Anderson, that bishop into b5. He tells us how to punish these kinds of sacrifices. Yeah, see, he is black. So knight e5, king b7, b4, bishop into a4, c4, bishop to c7, here bishop e3, knight g4, bishop d2, attacking the b4 pawn, b5, bishop d1, getting from the other way round, king f5 check, king e6, king b6, knight e5, king c5, knight d7 check, king into c4, b6, bishop to e4, knight f6, king to d4, just moving the king, knight to b5, king to c5, knight to f6, bishop to f3, king to f5, king into b6, king to g4, king to c7, king to f5, king to d6. Nice maneuver by the way, from d4 to b6 to c7 to d6. Now king g4, king e5 attacking the knight, knight h7, bishop d7 check, king to h5, king to f5. Well, one time white was 4 pawns. White had 4 pawns for 2 bishops. But now black has 2 bishops and a pawn for nothing. For a knight, I mean. So black is 4 points up here. So white resigned. Brilliant to game. Getting on today on 15th March. It is the World Consumer Rights Day. Yeah. World Consumer Rights Day is annually celebrated on March 15th. Yeah. So it is a like festive. It is an occasion where in the United Nations Assembly, the first World Consumer Rights Day was celebrated on March 15, 1983, and then it became a internationally recognized event. Yeah, so consumer rights day in 2023 theme is that building trust in the marketplace. Yeah, so these were the facts. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to just comment icon. Thank you.